Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video tutorial, we're going to learn how to design the Lego Man body using the Loft feature. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's come on up here and start a sketch here on our XY plane. And since some of you might want to be 3D printing this, we're going to change our units here to millimeters. Always a good idea to use millimeters if you plan on 3D printing. So go ahead and select OK. All right, now let's come on over here to create, and we're going to create a center rectangle. Okay, right here at the center of our origin, and we want our dimensions on that guy. We want it to be 7.8. I'm going to hit the tab button, and we're going to make that distance 15.5 and hit enter. And I'm going to obviously zoom in here. So now let's go ahead and finish our sketch. Okay, and now we're going to do an offset plane from this guy. So I'm going to come over here to my origin. All right, so we want our XY plane. So we're going to come on over here. We're going to do an offset plane from our XY, and we want that distance to be 13.1 millimeters. Select OK, and then we're going to go ahead and start a sketch on that plane right there. And once again, we're going to create a center rectangle right here in the middle, but with slightly different dimensions. So it's going to be 7.8. Hit the tab button by 11 millimeters. Okay, let's go ahead and finish our sketch. Now we're going to do a loft between these two guys. So we're going to come over here to create, and we're going to select loft, and it's going to ask for your profile. We're going to select this guy, and then we're going to add another one to that guy, and then we're going to select OK. All right, so now we want to go ahead and hollow out our body here using the loft feature again, but this time we're going to cut with the loft feature. So let's rotate around here, start a sketch on this face right here. We're going to I'm going to zoom in here, and then we're going to come on over here to our center rectangle again. All right, and we're going to use the following dimensions. It's going to be 5, hit the tab button, by 13.5 millimeters. Okay, and then let's go ahead and finish our sketch. Okay, looks pretty good. All right, so now let's come on over here. We're going to click here, and we're going to do a plane offset minus 1.4 millimeters and select OK. And then we're going to start a sketch on here. So click on your plane, start a sketch. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and slice that guy open so we can see here. You know what? Maybe not. Anyways, let's go ahead now and draw out a second. Okay, so you can see how our plane slices through here. So let's go ahead now and create a second center rectangle right here. And be careful, don't attach it to any hidden lines. And we want these dimensions to be 5 by, hit the tab button, 8.73 millimeters. Hit enter. Okay, go ahead and finish your sketch. So now you should have these two sketches. Looks something like this. Okay. All right, so now let's go ahead and loft this time, but we're going to cut. So let's go to create and select loft. Okay, we're going to hit the plus sign. We're going to select this guy. And this is the only way I can get it, because when you go to select the other plane, this is a little troubling, and I don't know if this is just something on Fusion 360, but I'm going to go ahead and select this plane, and then I'm going to select that plane. So I've selected 3. And then I'm going to come back to profile 2, and I'm going to delete that guy. I'm going to hit X. So now I have kind of like a hollow body here, but I got to make sure down here it says cut. Okay, and then select OK. All right, so now let's go ahead and create, I guess you could call it like the neck of our Lego man here. So I'm going to start a sketch there, okay, where our head's going to attach to, and we're going to drag out a circle with a diameter of 4.8 millimeters. Okay, let's go ahead and finish our sketch. Extrude that guy out, a distance of 6.2 millimeters. All right, and there we go. Now let's go ahead and create the holes for our arms to go into. So we're going to start a sketch here on this surface. I'm going to rotate it around. Maybe not. So that's okay. We'll start a circle somewhere right around in this area, right over here. And we want it to be a diameter of 3.8 millimeters. Okay, and then we're going to dimension it so we can tell from this edge we want it to be 3.9, and then from this edge we want that distance to be 9.2. Okay, let's go ahead and finish our sketch. Now we're going to extrude that guy. Okay, and we're going to go the other way, cut a distance through. Let's see what all does. No, we don't want that. Let's go distance 2 millimeters, minus 2 I should say. Make sure it says cut, select OK. Okay, now let's go ahead and mirror this feature. Let's go ahead over to create, mirror. Okay, go to feature, select that guy, and let's see our mirror plane here. That's the one we want, our YZ plane. Select OK. And there we go. We got the holes for our arms. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and add these little features on the inside of our Lego man here. If you ever look on the inside of a Lego man, there's these little like features that are sort of connect to the legs. So we're going to add those features right now. So let's start a sketch here on this surface. Okay. And let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and just grab my line tool, and somewhere like right around in here, I'm going to just click up, go up, okay, a millimeter or so, and then come over here, and then let's close our loop so we have something that looks like that. Alright, now let's go ahead and add some dimensions to it. This dimension right here should be 0.8. This dimension from here to here, got that as 2.5. Okay. And the next thing I'm going to do is the placement of this is important, because our legs won't fit in here properly if we don't have it in the right location here. So we want this distance right here just to be 3. Okay. And that we're good. Now we're going to go ahead and finish our sketch. Okay, and we're going to extrude this guy, this little square here, the other way, and we're going to go distance to object, and we're going to click there. And then make sure it says join and select OK. Okay, but there's only one, and we need 4 of these guys. So let's go ahead and mirror this guy. Let's come on up to create, mirror, features. So we're going to select this guy right here, right? And make sure everything is selected. For the plane, we're going to go ahead and mirror it along that plane, select OK. And now we want to make the other 2 on the other side. So let's come back to create and mirror. So for features, we're going to select there, make sure everything is selected. Okay, then for our mirror plane, we're going to mirror it across this plane right there and select OK. Alright, looks pretty good. Alright, and if you look right here, there's a little hole on the inside of the Lego man that we're going to make. So it's roughly 2 millimeters in diameter. Enter. I'm going to finish my sketch, and we're going to extrude and cut this guy 2 millimeters. So we're going to type in -2. Make sure it says cut, select OK. Alright. Alright, and the last thing we want to do now is to go ahead and add fillets. If you look at the Lego man, it doesn't have these sharp edges, right? So they're kind of rounded. So let's go ahead, come on over here, and click on pretty much every edge. Alright, and we're going to put one right at the top here at the head, and we're going to make those fillets 0.4 millimeters. Okay, go ahead and select OK. Looks pretty good. And as always, it's good practice to give it a material and a color. So Lego parts are made of ABS plastic. Okay, so it's made of ABS. Now we're going to come over to modify and appearance, and we're going to make this guy a nice blue color. Okay, and I'm actually going to edit it slightly and just kind of lighten it up so that it's maybe a little bit lighter blue. Hit done. Okay, hit close. Don't forget to save it when you're done. That'll do it for this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, we'll see you next time.